come along and get something off my chest. Now, for those of you that have been following me since the 52-week financial challenge and a lot of my hair videos, you may not have seen some of my past videos where I actually do vlogs. And this right here is one of those really candid spark wisdom moments. I'm so sick and tired of the entitlement mentality. What about me mentality? I deserve, I must have, give it to me, gimme, gimme, gimme. Sick of it. And I say it like this. I was thinking more and more about Christmas coming up this year, 2010. And, you know, for those of you that say, well, forget about Christmas and the Christians, let me explain a couple things to you first. I have friends that are huge into the Black empowerment, into Ray Hagan. There's one guy, Big Belkabov, a God, or something like that. He's right down here. I'm sick of Christmas. And I'm sick of it from the I have to have mentality from kids, teens, tweens, and just folks in general. Look here, just because it's Christmas time, nobody has to buy you a gift. Nobody has to give you something. Forget it. Christmas time was the day for Christians to celebrate Jesus' birth. You go to church, they talk about the birth of Jesus and, you know, how important it is. Your reason why you're born, the reason why you're here, the reason why the air that you breathe is within you, the day that your Creator made you. I mean, birthdays to me are the biggest events of the year. Why is it, for me, my kids feel like I owe them something? And this has really started to kind of piss me off. I don't get upset or angry very often. Yet I'm looking, and normally how I do Christmas is I take $10 per age per year for my kids. So I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So 140 plus 120 is 260, plus 60 is $320 is my total budget that I would have for Christmas. So my children have, they're not bad kids. You know, we all say we have good kids, but my kids, I mean, you know, they don't cuss me, fuss me. They generally listen. I have to stay on top of them, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, things. But they're not bad kids. Yet, I have to stay on top of them a lot more than I have had to in the past. My young parent, there comes times in your life where you realize that you've thrown out the hood and you need to bring them or reel them on in. And that's me. I said, you know what, y'all have cell phones, and I'm not able to really monitor what you're texting and what you're saying and your conversation, so I'm going to eliminate them. Well, here's the issue. The past 2 years, they have received cell phones for Christmas. Big, nice ones, $120, $130, and, you know, they manage their plan for the year. Well, they're not happy about it. And so unhappy where the attitude, my youngest daughter, is almost sick. I can't get a phone for Christmas. No. Well, what else do you want? You have a $120 budget. Oh, my God. My oldest one is real cool. She's like one of them kids, like, you know what? She's one of those kids that teachers get mad at because she's a great attitude. Like, okay, whatever, Mom, I'll get a camera. But the more I thought about it, I said, why should you get anything? This is not your day. This is the day that Christians take to set aside and say, thank you, Lord, for Jesus' birth. So if it's really about his birth, it should be a day of Thanksgiving, just like Happy Thanksgiving. Great meal, food, fellowship, we spend time together, and we call it a day. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is what we're going to do. I don't owe you anything. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? In America, especially, I can't speak for other countries because this is where I live. We have this sense of, you know what? It's Christmas and I'm supposed to be entitled to something. And then we wonder why our kids grow up and then they feel like they're entitled to something as adults. Remember, these kids grow up to be adults. People grow up to be adults. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of this entitlement is originating from Christmas because guess what? Salvation Army not ringing the bells. We should be doing that all year round. People need food, clothes, shelter all year round. I'm sick of it. Okay? I'm sick of it. I don't feel like you're entitled to anything because of a certain day. Now, if you want to celebrate with gifts, that's fine. I'm really thinking about how I'm going to rearrange this for 2011 because for birthdays, I mean, they're big in my house. We do big breakfast, lunch. I mean, it's a whole day celebration because to me, the day that you're born is the day that God said, look, I have work for you to do, and you got to figure it out. How you going to figure it out if you just take one day out of the year to be nice to everybody, to get a gift for everybody, to go broke and in debt, which is something I ain't even going to do, period. Especially for no churn, as they say here. I just feel like we live in a society where there's so much of I have to have, and you're gonna give it to me. And guess what? Our parents need to raise our children to understand that you're not entitled to something. If I want to do it for you, I will, but I am required to give you food, shelter, and love. And we as people in the society need to also understand that we're not entitled to anything. For hard work's pay, my company awards, I deliver a product, I get a payment. Those are things that we should expect. So anyways, what are your thoughts for Christmas and gifts and gift giving and entitlement? Because to me, it's a what about me, and it's not about, in my opinion, it really is our jobs as parents to instill in our children that they're awesome and special in God's gifts and help them develop their talents, not just one day of the year. And you know what? That one day of the year, this entitlement, it to me has just gone too far. And especially when you go into churches. We went to church today. And you go into the churches and they're talking about, we know that people say it's a pagan holiday, but it's a day that, you give your gifts and you celebrate this Christmas. Okay, so what do we do all year long? We're expressing this love. Why do we have to wait this one day? I'm telling you, y'all, this entitlement stuff, not for me. The little three that I'm raising up in here, they're not going to be the type of people, because nobody on this earth owes them anything. And the only thing that I owe them is food, shelter, love, and personal care. And guess what? I owe them that until my protection and care for them, it never stops. God doesn't say, well, you raise them until they 18 and 18. I raise them until. So anyways, let me know what you think. Your kids act like they're entitled. How does it make you feel? And what is it about people that feel like you owe them something? But at what point are we held accountable for ourselves? So anyways, my thoughts. Peace, y'all.